Survivor 44, the finale has come out for Paramount Plus, which, speaking of Paramount Plus, I think it just spoiled it for me on like Final Five Tribal Council a little because it shows Carson having the immunity idol. I want to say that was for last Tribal Council, but I don't know. When I look at the picture, I don't really see a fifth stool or like a sixth stool for someone to sit down on. So I don't know. We'll see if Carson wins the Final Five immunity, which if it did, pick a better thumbnail, Paramount Plus. Anyway, it it doesn't make sense for any of the Tika 3 to like disband right at this point in time because I mean you want at least some kind of like advantage going into the final four challenge that's going to come up when it comes to like the fire making challenge. I mean, so to get rid of it now, I mean, I feel like you just lose more chances to like avoid fire altogether, or at least have something to like, you know, create some kind of advantage or some kind of scenario where the three of you can still make it to the end. So I think as it stands right now, both Lauren and Heidi have some like work to do. So that way, you know, final three don't win the immunity challenges. Of course, if someone does something real like completely stupid at this point in time and then just blindsides one of the Tika 3 and it comes from one of the others, what am I trying to say? If someone does something stupid, like someone from the Tika 3 tries to blindside the other, then Lauren and Heidi have much of a better chance of winning. That being said, like, Lauren didn't really get much of an edit this season, I don't think. And neither did Heidi. Like, we see some things from Heidi, but it's not really anything that's, like, really, really important. Just more like things to remind us that she was kind of there. She didn't really have big game move. She tried, but nothing ever came successful compared to, like, the Tika 3. So, yeah, I still think that someone from the Tika 3 is going to win. Okay, so far I haven't really had much to talk about because I mean the show, surprisingly enough, has been keeping things interesting while also spoiling a lot at the same time. Uh, I stopped real quick right here in the middle of this Final Five immunity or Final Five Tribal Council because like it was talking about Lauren hoping like her kids are proud of her and stuff like that, which I don't know, I'm already kind of sick of hearing. I mean, I'm happy that she thinks all this stuff. Like she hopes that her kids are proud of you and that, you know, she's happy that she made it this far, that she's a boss now. But it feels like typical Survivor stuff at this point. You know what I mean? It's like, of course your kids are gonna be proud of you. So unless your kids are gonna come out of nowhere and say, "Mom, you suck. Why didn't you win?" Like, which they're not, obviously. It's like, it was there nothing interesting? Was there nothing else that was interesting to hear? You know what I mean? I don't know. I guess I'm just sick of hearing it. Like I want to be sensitive, but I mean, their kids were probably already proud of her for even showing up on Survivor, and even then, they just wanted her to win. It's not like they're gonna be. It's not like they're gonna hate her or anything like that. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just numb to it at this point. Okay, so Lauren got voted out at Final Five. I would feel more of something if the show gave her more attention. You know what I mean? So like this sad funeral music that they were playing as Lauren was getting voted out, it didn't really hit me like it should because I don't really know anything about Lauren. You know what I mean? Like her just talking about her kids was like probably the most I feel like I've heard from her. And like I said before, like I've heard it before, so it's not interesting to me. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'll tell you what I do get more emotion out of, and it's this stupid fucking Final Four challenge. I'm sick of seeing this ball roller crap. Something else, please. Bring back another challenge, please. I'm so sick of seeing this one. I hate it. What it is Heidi won immunity, and now she's like taking herself into, or she's putting herself in the fire making spot against Carson. Which, considering like the rest of her game so far, she's been on the right side of us a good chunk of the times, but everyone else's game like beats hers because they have more social plays, they have more strategic plays. You know what I mean? And every single one of them has one like immunity challenge except for Carolyn. So I feel like, as ridiculous as it sounds, her going up against Carson probably is like one of the better moves. It's just, I hate that like she won immunity and like now that might be just expected of her. You know what I mean? To like risk your whole game like that, because at that point it's like, why did I even why did I even win the immunity challenge? You know what I mean? Because like, there's always still like second place prize that people don't consider all the time, especially if like that person needs the money. Like, is that person who needs the money and is willing to like accept the 100,000 or whatever? Is that going to be overlooked, or is the jury not going to like respect that at all? You know what I mean? I'm not putting in the best of words, but I agree that this is probably her best move is like taking out Carson if she wins the fire making challenge. But I don't want like a generation of Survivor where it's like if you don't win the fire making challenges, you're never gonna win anyways. So to me, that's dumb. That's basically what I'm trying to say. But either way, I'm okay with either decision. Like if Carson makes it to the final three, cool. If Heidi makes it to the final three, cool. She made a big move, finally. You know what I mean? Um, so we'll see what happens. I think in either scenario, if Carson makes it to the final three, he will probably win. If he doesn't, then I would put my money on Carolyn. Because I mean, Heidi made the big move, yeah, but I don't know if she wins off of it. And I think Carolyn might have an edge over Jam Jam. Maybe. Just because of like her big idol play. But I don't know, I've been wrong before. I remember it was funny when I thought Gabler would win, and then he ended up winning, so let's see what happens. Okay, so Heidi pulled it off. Good move on her. So I'm looking at a list here of like the jury members and then the players. And I'm trying to see like preliminary who has like what. Heidi has off the start Danny, Lauren, and maybe Jamie. So that's 3 votes. Jam Jam has Carson, maybe Danny, maybe Kane, I don't know, like the outliers are Matt and Brendan. I feel like at the end of the day, Matt might vote for Carolyn. Brendan might vote for Carolyn. I don't know. After seeing the way Franny reacted, maybe Heidi has Franny too. So, in essence, Heidi has 4 votes, and then I'm not really sure about the other 2 votes. So, Carson's definitely going to vote for either Yam Yam or Carolyn, so they got 1 vote. But in order for it to like work out, Matt, Brendan, and Kane have to vote unanimously for other votes, and it may come down to like the 3rd place person. Who, I don't know, maybe Carolyn, maybe Yam Jam. And in which case, they will vote for the other Tika member. So honestly, if you want my predictions of what might happen, I feel like it's either going to be Heidi wins by a 4-something vote, or it's a 4-4 tie, and then someone from Tika wins because someone from Tika is going to be the tie-breaking vote. That would be my guess. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, so the final tribal council meeting, all that talking and whatnot, that changed my perspective entirely. I thought it was going to be down between Heidi and Carolyn, but damn, Jam Jam knocked it out the park, man. He was the only one that really like kept focus about the game, whereas the other 2 more so did like things that was like making people feel like good about them. You know what I mean? Making people sympathize with them. The gameplay wasn't really talked about as much as Jam Jam's was. I think when people's votes are up in the air, I think Jam Jam's going to get the most votes. So I think Jam Jam just wins. That was a great final tribal council performance. Yeah, I think he just wins. That was great. Good on him. Jam Jam won. He rocked that final tribal council, so good on him. I was expecting Carolyn to get at least 1 vote, but she didn't. That's how good Jam Jam did, so good on him. I want to talk about this trailer for season 35 of Survivor, or 45 of Survivor. I kind of don't care. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna watch it, but it's not like I'm excited because of this. Like, it used to be when it came to like the previews for the next season of Survivor, it was always about this time we're going to Thailand, or we're going to Gabon, or we're going to Samoa, or Tocantins, or some wild location, you know? It's something to get interested in. or it was like a theme, like heroes versus villains, or second chance, or winners at war. You know what I mean? There was always some kind of theme. Here, it's just another season of Survivor. So like, and it's still going to Fiji. So what do I care? I didn't have to see that. I probably would have watched the same season of Survivor anyways. But that's just me venting. Anyway, season's over. I like the winner. Yam Jam's pretty good. I like the characters. Like everyone was interesting. Gave me something to talk about. So there were a few people that were invisible though. Heidi and Lauren were kind of some of them like they didn't really have much, which is unfortunate. You know what I mean? Heidi had that move, but I also remember like the 2 times where she tried to play something and it didn't work out. And in terms of Lauren, she didn't really have much confessionals. I just remember her using her double vote to counter Heidi. So, yeah, some people didn't really get the edit. A decent season of Survivor, but I can also imagine like people didn't like it because I mean it was basically the Tika 3 bowling everybody over, you know. And if people didn't like Wendell and Dom dominating Ghost Island, I can imagine why they wouldn't like this season either. Even on the rewatch, like if you know like the Tika 3 is gonna just like bowl over everyone, and blindsides aren't really that stellar either. You know what I mean? Because you always know Tika 3. It's always gonna be the Tika 3's idea of who's going home. So yeah, the rewatch isn't gonna be exceptional. That being said, like when on the first time watch, I had a good time with it. So I don't know, like a 3 out of 5 or something like that. That's what I would rate it. I'll probably do another set of these videos for season 35. But as it stands right now, season 34 is in, or no, 44 is in the books. So I had fun with it. It was a good time. I'll see you guys for season 45.